If you want to get a girlfriend in 2026, you need to stop relying on luck and start using a system. Most men think dating success comes from perfect genetics, insane charisma, or some secret pickup line. That's not true. Dating is far more predictable than people realize. When you break it down, it works like a simple equation. There are only two reasons you're not getting the results you want. Either you're not meeting enough women, or you're meeting women, but you're failing to turn those interactions into dates and relationships. And that's it. Every dating problem falls into one of those two categories: a lead problem or a conversion problem. Here's the formula. Leads times conversion rate equals dates. If you have enough leads, even great social skills won't help much. If you have plenty of leads but poor conversion, you'll stay frustrated. But when you improve both at the same time, your results grow fast. Let's start with leads. In 2026, there are three main ways to consistently meet women: dating apps, Instagram, and real-life approaches. Dating apps are still the fastest way to generate volume. But most men completely misunderstand how they work. They blame the algorithm. They assume they're abound. They keep resetting accounts hoping for a boost. In reality, the issue is usually simple: weak photos. Dating apps are visual-first platforms. Before she reads your bio, before she checks your prompts, she looks at your photos and decides in seconds whether you're worth swiping right on. If your photos are low quality, poorly lit, awkward, or overly staged, your match rate drops immediately. Your pictures should communicate three things instantly. You take care of yourself. You live an interesting life. You're confident and socially aware. Natural lighting beats dark mirror selfies. Relaxed body language beats stiff posing. Authentic environments beat fake studio shoots. When your photos improve, your matches increase. More matches mean more leads. More leads mean more opportunities. That's step one. Now let's talk about Instagram. Instagram in 2026 acts like a social dating hub. It gives women context about your lifestyle before they even meet you. You can meet women through mutual friends, events, location tags, or in person, and instead of awkward texting chains, you move the interaction to Instagram. Why is this powerful? Because stories create passive engagement. One good story can spark multiple conversations. One post can keep you on someone's radar without direct effort. Instead of chasing attention, you create visibility. Your Instagram should reflect your real life: hobbies, fitness, travel, work ethic, humor, social proof. It should feel authentic, not curated for validation. When done correctly, it boosts attraction and comfort before the first date even happens. Now, let's talk about real life. Cold approach in 2026 is less competitive than ever. Most men are too distracted or too hesitant to start conversations in person. That means, if you're willing to be socially calibrated and respectful, you instantly stand out. Approaching doesn't require cheesy lines. It requires awareness and confidence. Here's a simple structure. Make eye contact. Approach calmly from where she can see you. Get her attention politely. Introduce yourself directly. For example, "Hey, I know this is random, but I saw you and thought you seemed interesting. I wanted to say hi." Simple, direct, confident. Your tone matters more than the exact words. If you're relaxed and grounded, the interaction feels natural. From there, your goal isn't to impress her. It's to see if there's mutual chemistry. Keep it light. Ask open-ended questions. Smile. Be present. Then confidently close for her Instagram or number. Now let's move to conversion, because this is where most men lose momentum. You can have matches, numbers, and DMs. But if you can't turn them into dates, nothing changes. Texting is the bridge between attraction and meeting in real life. The biggest mistake men make is dragging conversations out for too long. The longer you stay texting, the higher the chance she loses interest or gets distracted by other options. Your goal is simple: build engagement quickly and suggest a date. After a few back-and-forth messages, transition naturally. "We should continue this over coffee this week. Are you free Thursday evening?" Direct, specific.com. Best case, she says yes immediately. Worst case, she's busy, and you suggest another time. Clarity separates you from the endless guys sending boring small talk. Now let's assume the date is set. The purpose of a first date isn't to interview her. It isn't to brag about your achievements. It isn't to prove yourself. It's to create a positive emotional experience. Focus on fun over facts. Share stories instead of resumes. Tease lightly. Listen deeply. Emotional connection matters more than logical compatibility early on. And here's something important. Show romantic intent. If you act overly neutral, overly safe, and never escalate physically at all, you risk being labeled as nice, but no chemistry. This doesn't mean being aggressive. It means being calibrated. Light touch during laughter. Holding eye contact confidently. Sitting close instead of distant. Physical presence communicates attraction. Attraction builds tension. Tension creates connection. Another powerful shift. Stop trying to impress her. Treat the date like mutual evaluation. You're not there to convince her to like you. You're there to see if she aligns with your standards and lifestyle. When you date from abundance, instead of desperation, your behavior changes automatically. You become calmer. You speak slower. You care less about immediate outcomes. And ironically, that's what increases attraction. Zoom out and look at the full system. If you improve your photos and presentation, your leads increase. If you improve your texting clarity, your conversion increases. If you improve your date leadership and emotional communication, your retention increases. Small improvements at every stage compound. Most men fail because they only work on one piece of the puzzle. They get better photos, but terrible texting. Or they approach confidently, but never follow up correctly. When you optimize every stage, even slightly, results multiply. A 20% improvement at each step can completely transform your dating life within months. So if your goal in 2026 is to get a girlfriend, not just random attention, build a repeatable system. Meet more women consistently. Convert efficiently. Lead confidently. Filter wisely. Stop hoping. Start optimizing. Because when you control your inputs, leads, and conversion, you control your outcomes. Now ask yourself honestly, are you struggling because you're not meeting enough women? Or because you're not converting the opportunities you already have? Fix that bottleneck first. And dating in 2026 won't feel confusing anymore. It will feel strategic. That's how you win.